with a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, good morning and welcome to Tobago Updates Morning Show. I am your host, Renessa Ortiz, and it's the 8th of May 2026. It is Friday. We have just reached to the end of another week. I'm joined in the studio this morning by Alex Brown. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Renessa. How are you?
I am well. I am well.
It is nice to see you. Yesterday, I'm sure your viewers did.
Yes, but I'm back this morning. Alex, we're at the end of the week.
It's been an interesting week.
Yeah, we're at the end of the week.
Thank God it's Friday.
Thank God it's Friday. Thank God it is Friday. But before we get any further into the program this morning, we head on over to news in 90 seconds. The news in 90 seconds starts now for Friday, May 8th, 2026. The Division of Strategic Planning and Development has announced its signature project, a modern transit hub and parkade, a high-rise structure that will revolutionize traffic flow and service access in the capital. The facility is to also house commercial spaces and assembly offices, aiming to improve the quality of life for all Tobagonians through urban modernization. Trinidad and Tobago is in the final stages of a major diplomatic push for a non-permanent seat on the UN Security Council. During a recent briefing, Minister Sobers expressed high confidence ahead of the June 3rd vote. TNT's platform focuses on topics that have garnered international support, including tackling crimes against women, small arms trafficking, and crucially addressing the perilous risks of artificial intelligence if misused. Locally, opposition leader Penelope Beckles-Robinson is putting the administration on notice. Speaking to supporters, she stated that both THA and general elections are desperately needed now, claiming Tobago is currently in trouble under the TPP. And finally, the possibility of visa-less travel to the UK is back on the table. British officials are set to evaluate if TNT's new data-sharing laws meet security benchmarks to determine if current visa requirements for TNT citizens can be lifted based on the increased transparency between the two nations. Tune in at 6:30 p.m. for the full newscast, and that was your news in 90 seconds. Alex, visa-less travel is currently going to be back on the table based on the evaluation by UK officials. How do you feel about that?
I am probably neither here nor there. I have a kind of simple, at least in my mind, a simpler position on visas or travel requirements. I believe in reciprocity. Whatever you say is required of me, I'll require that of you, and we all go along very merrily.
And that's interesting because there are individuals I know when this initially was, the visa was implemented back to go to UK, there was this hustle and bustle and the upset over this because they were so accustomed to that. And then this new restriction that was placed, I'm thinking that they will be happy that this is something that is now being reintroduced and the possibility of it being visa-less again.
One of the things I think these issues highlight is the fact that in the grand scheme of things in the world, the ideology of equality of nations is really just an ideology. It's not a reality. But I'd not make an issue of it, whether it's here or there. My issue is the reluctance of our government to pursue reciprocal type arrangements. If the UK decides wherever you come from, you need a visa, that's their prerogative. Mm-hmm. And in my mind, it's not our business to try to haggle over that with them, but to decide what our policy is going to be. And if you ask me for a policy recommendation, reciprocal requirements.
And that has been a conversation within this space for quite some time. There are individuals who are always talking about the fact that Trinidad and Tobago makes their borders free for everyone to come in. But when it comes to other nations, we have to put visas in place. We have to pay certain amounts of money just to get there. But individuals aren't doing the same to get here.
I don't know that the issue of border management is a complex one. But I think in terms of the movement of people, really, if we're pursuing equality of status, and I'm not saying that all countries will be by Monday morning called first world or all called third, whatever you call it, but in terms of the sovereignty and the right to self-determination is where I think all countries must be treated equal, regardless of where they fall on socioeconomic indicators and all that. They should have that right and should have the right to equal determination.
Now, we see the Division of Strategic Planning and Development has announced its first signature project, a modern transit hub and parkade, and I think that's something that has been long overdue. Yeah, long overdue. And especially the area that was highlighted for it, I think also having conversations with individuals over the past few years, especially having to commute to work and then having to wonder where you're going to park up, because in Scarborough, parking spaces are limited. And there's a vast majority of persons who work within the THA. There's the Division of Education right in Scarborough. There is a Division of Finance, Trade and the Economy. There's the Tea and Tech. Who also utilize, there's Festivals Commission as well. There are so many persons that are working right in the middle of Scarborough, and there is a limited parking space.
So you talk about those who work in Scarborough, and you can't ignore that. But then there are those who just want to come into Scarborough to conduct business. You want to go to finance, you want to go to T&T.
And Market Square car park is one of the prime examples. So you have persons from the Division of Finance, Trade and the Economy and T&T occupying the Market Square car park.
So if you want to go
and as well as the market, and then if you're a patron and want to go to the market as well, there's usually no space there for you. And today is Friday. Today is one of those days.
If I remember well, we had a notice saying that from yesterday that park would not be available because the Division of Infrastructure is doing some rehabilitation works in the car park. So I think this is a project that is really one that will alleviate some of the problems we have with parking. Currently, if you park in Scarborough to do business, you better be wise enough to park and walk.
So if you park, if you
not only wiser, but also there are some people who drive, but they may have some physical challenges that makes walking. So it's probably a project that we should pursue with some haste, and haste not meaning hurry and do it properly, but you know, because in my opinion it's something that should have been done a long time ago, we should pursue it really quickly.
I agree with you, and I'm sure that there are a lot of Tobagonians who will be happy about this new improvement, this new initiative, and as you said rightfully, that this isn't done in a manner where things are rushed, where we neglect certain infrastructural diligence, because that is something that is crucial and important, especially for a parkade. So I'm wishing the division all the best going forward, and that everything goes forward smoothly and with the haste that is necessary. Viewers, we are moving on to the celebratory segment of our mornings. We're on to our birthday shout outs this morning. First up on the lineup, we have Denise Dillon. Good morning and happy birthday to you from us here at the Tobago Updates family, wishing you a bright day ahead. You are just on the cusp of the weekend, so I know you're going to enjoy this day fully, and you can carry the celebrations into the weekend. Happy birthday again to you.
Next on the list is Rachel Hines. This is quite a statement being made in this picture. We're trusting that you're going to have a happy birthday, one that is as bright and cheery as you look in this picture, and that it begins for you a year full of bright and wonderful things. Happy birthday to you.
Up next, we have David Roberts. Happy birthday to you. Wishing you a bright day ahead. Wishing you all God's richest blessings upon your new life. That this new year would be prosperous, and that you take some time today to reflect and see how best you want this year to move forward for you, how you want to achieve those goals, and that you really take some time to spend it with those who really love, cherish, and appreciate you.
And finally on the list this morning is Kyle Salandi. Man in black this morning. We hope that this representation tells a little bit about some fun and some productivity and some intentionality as today and the new year progresses and that things go well for you the way you desire and certainly the way God has ordained them for you. Have a happy birthday, Kyle.
And there you have come to the end of our birthday celebrations this morning. If you did not make it on the lineup this morning, we want to say happy birthday to you and ensure that next time you send your information to us here at Tobago Update so that we can celebrate with you. Now, Alex, what's in the rundown this morning for our viewers?
The rundown this morning is almost a single track rundown. We start off talking fitness, and we talk fitness with the Mason Hall Police Youth Club, and following that it's over to Marcus and the sport. Almost a one-track discussion this morning, but we look forward to talking with our guests, and certainly we trust that you are going to stay with us for that.
And viewers, there you have it. Before we go any further this morning into any of the conversations, we want to remind you to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to Tia's Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discount, so it's you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to Tia's Classic Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30. For more information, call 710-168-99999.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Make your goals a reality this season with Mount Pleasant Credit Union. Tobago's choice, we got you smiling. Come and feel that mid-year feeling, oh yeah. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans, your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice. You know, every loan wants to prove more reasons to celebrate. Chance to win big, doesn't that feel great? Up to $3,500 in exciting gift certificates. Share investment starts as low as $2,500. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans. Let your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice, you know.
DMK Promotion presents The Glamour and Gold Affair. The Glamour and Gold Affair. The ultimate Mother's Day R&B and reggae experience with unmatched elegance. Happening Saturday 9th of May at Vibes Event Space Tobago. Doors open at 8 p.m. Featuring top DJs and live performances by Ziggy Ranking, Royal Dainty, Prince Unique, and Black Culture Sound. Admission is $200 for couples and $150 for singles. With a premiere special, 4 persons on 1 ticket, premier bottles, chaser, and cocktail tables. Enjoy a complimentary glass of wine and rose upon entry, plus door prizes, best dressed categories, dress code, semi-elegant, black and gold. The Glamour and Gold Affair. Glamour and Gold Affair. Don't miss it.
Okay. 335, 336, 337, 338, 339.
Counting on your fingers again. No wonder you lose your business.
Grandpa, thanks for helping me start over.
You not lucky in business, you know. As a child, you tried to sell hog plum. That failed. As a teenager, you and your boyfriend tried to break into the jewelry business. But hey, where that boy end up?
He live in Aruka in the Grove. The golden one.
Oh, child, if you want to get into business, you have to have your financial records intact. But hey, do you know your numbers?
Of course, 624-333.
No, child, your numbers, your ratios, your equity ratios. You have a financial handicap.
What?
You need to see somebody about that. Anderson.
Who?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago, they offer tax and accounting services. They know about financial management.
Grandpa, I started this business with nothing.
And nothing is what you will end up with unless you call Anderson Services. Here.
Okay, this card is nice.
Yeah.
What's this?
Your rental fee. Have business will pay rent. Hot and groovy in the soca party.
Sun Up Tobago presents Solara. Celebrating the 9th edition of your favorite party in the East, where style and good vibes meet. Get ready for the food-inclusive cooler experience you love. This July 4th, we return to the East, bringing you the perfect blend of mouth-watering food flavors, premium vibes, and unforgettable energy.
One thing more than feel understood. When girl, good girl.
Grab your cooler, call your crew, and escape to Tobago's ultimate vibe. Join us at 4 p.m. at the Delta compound in Argyle. Get your tickets now at Waterhole Bar and Pablo Supermarket Argyle, Barcode Scarborough, Eco Spot Stubby Park, Neat Jones Bar on the Esplanade, and Jane Monkey Ground Point, or online at idetickets.com. Sun Up Tobago, Solara, 9 years strong. Your favorite party in the East is calling. Saturday, 4th of July, Delta compound Argyle.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. It's who we are at the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. We're deepening our commitment to the region, continuing to invest in the networks, services, and digital solutions that move Caribbean businesses forward. Whether you are a mid-sized business or multinational player, we bring you resilient connectivity, personalized service, and tailored IT solutions, all powered by local teams that truly have your back. We're here to help you navigate challenges, grow, and achieve your goals with practical solutions, reliable networks, and a partnership rooted in trust and your long-term success. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning.
Viewers, good morning and welcome back to Tobago Updates morning show. Here in studio we have Akia Gunn, PRO of the Mason Hall Police Youth Club, and Dexter Edwards. He's a police officer attached to the Mason Hall Police Youth Club as well. And they're here to talk about Mason Hall Police Youth Club aerobics, classic workout, and burnout. Good morning and welcome to you.
Good morning, and good morning to Tobago also.
Now, before we get into the details of the aerobics and the burnout, tell us a little bit about the work that you have been doing at the Mason Hall Police Youth Club, some of the things you have achieved up until this point in 2026.
All right, first of all, it's really a vast history. We have been involved in diverse projects, from sports to culture. You name it, we have actually done it. And currently, we're actually involved in track and field. We have been doing very well in that. We have athletes that went to Carifta and qualified for the NACAC championships. So we are doing pretty well in that. As a matter of fact, this month, May month, we're actually taking some of the athletes to St. Lucia to participate in a meet. Outside of that, you know, in terms of the more recent activities, we started under 20 football league last year, all right? And it received a lot of traction because it was proven to actually help the school teams and so on, because most of the players that took part in that league were actually part of the secondary school system. And so because of that, it gave us the impetus to actually expand the competition this year. This year it will be held in July, August. So this year is just before the actual school season starts. So we are looking at that, to further assist the Tobago secondary schools in their participation in the National League. We are also going to host what we call a Tobago Talent Extravaganza. That will be sometime around September. That is primarily to bring out, the young talent in Tobago, because right now, most of us are not sure who are the really young, dynamic, talented Tobagonians. We had a project like that before, which, really helped to even bring out the talent, because person like Kirsch Ramsey and O.J. Richards, all of these persons would have passed through that show. So it's something that we want to continue. So we're actually looking forward to that this year. And our major event this year would be our track and field meet in Trinidad. Well, unfortunately, we have to go to Trinidad because the stadium here is not functional, right, for track and field. So it was in Trinidad last year, and because of the success, we are actually currently Trinidad again this year. Last year was 1 day. This year it will be 2 days. And we have some Caribbean clubs that are actually coming in for that event. So we have like about 6 Caribbean countries that will be coming for that event. So our prime objective is really, addressing, we look at needs-based things in Tobago. That is what drive our projects, right? So again, it's like engaging youth, it's crime prevention, and all of those type of things.
And the club seems to have been doing quite a number of things over the past year up until this point, and I want to commend you guys on that, and that you continue to do the good work. But on that cusp, you guys have now introduced the club aerobics, classic workout, and burnout. And before we came on air, you mentioned that this is the first installment. Tell us how you guys came about choosing to do the aerobics for this month.
So the purpose of our aerobics burnout is to bring back the glory days of aerobics to not just the community of Mason Hall, but by extension to Tobago.
So let's tell us about the date. Tell us what our patrons can expect in terms of participation and individuals who would like to participate as well.
So our event would be held on the Sunday, the 24th of May, at the Mason Hall High School auditorium. It starts at 3 p.m. We have prizes for both male and female. First prize is $1,500, second prize is $1,000, third prize is $700, fourth prize is $600, and fifth prize is $500. That would be for the burnout, and registration for the burnout is $100 per person, and for the workout it's $30 a person.
Why was it important to separate the both workout and burnout? What are the differences between both of them?
Right, what I would say is that what we look at, one of the primary objective also is basically health and fitness, right? Because if you look at Tobago right now, we have a lot of, what we call, basic diseases like high blood pressure and diabetes and so on. There's a rise in that in Tobago, because we are not actually paying attention to our health. I know something like aerobic bonus is a dynamic means of fitness, in the sense that you can even do it in your home, put on a little stereo and work out and that kind of thing. It doesn't put much strain on the joints and so on, and it's an ideal way to really burn calories. So we're really trying to, encourage the Tobago space, in terms of getting to fitness. Even though, because, some persons may not want to go in a burnout, but, a workout, they may look at that just to come and get, a little workout. right? And, in respect to that, the burnout, what we try to do is have, different instructors. So, for example, the instructor had to be doing the workout, and if Sharon could explain a bit more on that as time goes by, is, someone from Trinidad who is associated with Marshall Montano Dance Crew, and he also has his class in Trinidad, And the other 3 main instructors are from Tobago doing the workout. So we try to bridge it because at the end of the day, it's not just a competition. We're just trying to, promote fitness and wellness. So there'll be blood pressure testing and so on available. So that's the whole gist of it.
So you just started answering a bit of the question I had next in terms of the instructor based on the flyer that we have. I saw you mention Pablo, but why do you think he was the best fit for this event? What made him stand out to you guys to choose him for this event? And I'll direct this question to the PRO.
So the reason why we chose Pablo, we wanted to gain not just persons in Tobago, we wanted to extend it to Trinidad, and he has a lot of followings in Trinidad, being Marshall Montano's group dancer. So he brings a lot of, participants to our events from Trinidad.
Awesome.
Yeah. And just to add, again, it's just the vibes, because if you're doing an event, you really want to try your best, right? And you want to have it as dynamic as possible. It's the first time. It's a sort of risk, but as I said, our main objective is selling health, right? And he is well known in terms of the energy that he could bring and the vibes that he could bring, to a workout. And of course, being in Tobago, we have to promote our Tobago instructors. So they would actually be doing the workout. So you're giving people the burnout, sorry. So you're giving persons a taste of the both islands, you know what I mean? And because in doing any project, you have to try to be as visionary and dynamic and, as possible. So it's all trying to work a package that we think best. And that's why it goes back, not just doing a burnout, but doing the workout also.
Now, you touched a bit on having blood pressure testing on site as well. What are some of the other health initiatives that will be there on the day in terms of vendors and things that patrons can look forward to in terms of taking care of their overall health? Because as you mentioned, this workout and burnout is a fight against some of the diseases that we are currently experiencing here on the island of Tobago and by extension in Trinidad and Tobago. Tell us about the other vendors and other health personnel who may be there at the fair, at the workout.
All right, clearly, the Division of Health and Wellness will be a part of the initiative, all right? And what we look at also, is having brochures available, on these basic diseases so people can, have a look at them. It may reinforce, some health risks that you may be falling short. So it's like having the information there on health and, having, the testing, for example, like the parasite, like blood pressure and diabetes and this type of thing, sugar level and that type of thing.
Okay, awesome. Now, tell us a bit about registration. I know I asked earlier, but I'm not sure if I got the details in terms of pricing, who can register, the age groups. I know there's a under 15 category. So tell us a bit more about that for individuals who would be interested in participating in this event.
So all ages are welcome at this event. For under 15, registration for the children is $30, and for 15 and over, it's $100 for the burnout, and $30 for the workouts per person.
So viewers, there you have it. If there's something you want to do on Sunday, the 24th of May, 2026 at 3 p.m., head to Mason Hall Secondary School and be a part of this initiative to take care of your health as well as to support our young people and encourage them to continue being healthy, to also engage in positive activities. Now, I just want to ask you a few questions in terms of safety measures, and also in light of recent times, there are individuals who partake in fitness activities, and then at the end of these activities, some persons fall ill, some of them don't recover, unfortunately some die. Are there any measures you want some of the individuals who want to participate that they should take before attending this workshop? Are there persons there on site to do testing before they start and go about the aerobics?
All right. I like that question because it's something that we actually took into consideration. And that is why we have the nurses and so on there, and emergency personnel. So in case there is any mishap, we have the persons on spot, who can do what they can do there, and if they need to make an emergency call to somewhere, those are the people who could facilitate, those type of things actually.
Yeah, because we have seen instances where individuals may take energy drinks before they start a workout, and it's to their detriment. So I think it's something that I wanted to ask to ensure that the viewers and the persons who want to participate as well, they ensure that they do their due diligence, and that we also have personnel on board in the event. That's something we don't want this to happen, but we know how life can be sometimes. Now, I want you to, as part of the Police Youth Club, and I know this is about encouraging our young people to be more positive, share a message with the young people who would want to participate and be a part of this initiative, and also to encourage persons within the Mason Hall community as well to be a part of the Police Youth Club and to also come out on the day and support the aerobics workout.
All right. First of all, now aerobics as I would say a sport, that could have a very positive sports tourism effect on our island, because that's because of the environment of our country. That's something that I feel that Tobago could do well at sports tourism. And it's, as you know, in the past, aerobics was a very popular entity in Tobago, right? Besides that, we have young people coming and joining the club on a regular basis, because how we function basically, as I tell people, I mean, it's just our opinion. Gone are the days when we have young people sitting down and having just meetings. So what we try to do is have more activities, a more activities-oriented environment. So that's why we have things like drama, we have football, we have athletics, and and you can still push a positive message in terms of discipline and behavior and so on. But if you're gonna have a situation where you just have young people just sitting and coming to a meeting week after week, there's so much competition with tablets and all of these things, and they might feel, well, so I go sit down and listen to somebody when I could be on my phone. So that's how we look at it, activities. So we have people joining to participate, in the various activities, and again, it's important for your health, fitness, and of course, if you are the best, you can get prizes, all right? And hopefully, it will be, because I understand that there are other events that should be coming on stream. So all of these events could help to push the whole sport of aerobics and health wellness in Tobago.
Thank you so much. And to the PRO, can you share with us your Instagram handles and pages so individuals can stay updated for any changes as it relates to this event?
So our Instagram and Facebook handle is Mason Hall Police Youth Club.
Mason Hall Police Youth Club. Okay, thank you so much for coming on this morning and sharing about the aerobics workup that is upcoming on May 24th. I have it correct?
Yes.
May 24th at 3 p.m. at the Mason Hall Secondary School Auditorium. I want to encourage all viewers listening, all young people, male and female, adults, the under 15, you all come out and be a part of this. Take care of your health, come out for testing, and just really be a part of a positive influence, a positive activity here on the island of Tobago. I want to thank you both for coming on this morning, and I wish you all the best in your event.
Thank you.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes, you can.
All right. But one of the things that we looked at, because we like to listen and we like to, understand, because why we had the prizes separate for both male and female, have it separated, because, you always say in the talk that females don't want to go because they feel the males going to win and that kind of thing, right? So that's why we have the prizes separate, so both males and females win the same prizes, and we have a surprise for the overall winner. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's a female would feel threatened that, the male were going to win all the prizes. So we have prizes separate for both male and female. Whatever the male win, the female win. And we have an overall surprise for the overall winner. And as I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a female.
See, there is even more things in store for you viewers if you decide to participate and register, and sign up registration is only $30. I'm correct, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's only $30. Sign up and be a part of this initiative. Viewers, before we go anywhere further into the programming this morning, I want to remind you to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Trinidad is my home, and I always say charity begins at home. So I'm just delighted to bring this team of dedicated volunteers. Part of our motto is that we just don't send relief. We hand deliver it with care and compassion. And as I would always tell my team, the best way to find oneself is to lose oneself in the service of others.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
And I have never ever tried anything from the dirt oven.
Let's go to the backyard dirt oven on a Thursday. And talk about authentic. On entry, I felt at home. I felt like I was going to visit my loving grandmother on a weekend. The kind of weekend where she showers you with love, stories, and food. This place is a home away from home. And just like I would do at home, I popped the question, what you had to eat day? And boom, coconut drops. Boom, bread. Boom, garlic bread, boom, hops, boom, coconut tart, boom, jam tart, and boom, something they call nuts. And just like that, Mistress Baker was ready to pop them in the oven. And don't worry, she had some help. And while we was waiting, I said, let me hear from Mistress Baker herself.
Well, we've been operating for a couple of years now. We started, this was a COVID project. We operate strictly on Tuesdays only. You don't keep stock, we only sell on Tuesdays.
Such a sweet lady. Hey, AMPLIA, it's ready. When last you see a nice golden brown bread, sir? Backyard bakery for the win. AMPLIA, a GT, I finally get me the oven bread with a little extra goodies on the side. You might be asking, where they're located? They are located on Bukuru, right on Nightingale Avenue, right before Racetrack Wheels if you're coming from town. Just look for the green hedge. You can't miss it. Pause. Check out the menu they one time. Honestly, guys, this is an experience I will never forget. It's a home away from home, a place filled with love, life, and most importantly, good bread.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Make your goals a reality this season with Mount Pleasant Credit Union. Tobago's choice, we got you smiling. Come and feel that mid-year feeling, oh yeah. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans, your goals grow. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice. You know, every loan wants to prove more reasons to celebrate. Chance to win big, doesn't that feel great? Up to $3,500 in exciting gift certificates. Share investment starts as low as $2,500. Mid-year island dreams, we make it easy. $20,000 to $100,000. Come and see, we warm hearts, bright plans, let your goals grow. Whoa. Mount Pleasant Credit Union, Tobago's choice, you know.
Nice.
If I have to call a supervisor one more time to sign off on a customer because their financials are in a mess, I will scream.
Don't scream in a bank. That have lockup in it.
It's either they're not registered properly, or you know what? We could just forget about annual returns, right?
Compliance is a bad word to most of them. Haul your compliance out of here. But let me eat.
What is wrong with Trinbagonians? I mean, it has so much help they could get out there.
Well, you know, Trinis, we don't like to spend we money.
But you know what? Be comfortable with losing we money. That make it any financial
What people should do is call Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wait, what? Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago Tax and Accounting Services. Yeah, they offer helping from registering your business to filing your tax. My lunch is over.
Wait, tell me more.
No, go and scream in the bank. You go and scream in the bank.
No, Antonia, don't get one sooner.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning, morning. Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning.
Hi viewers, thank you so much for staying tuned to Tobago Updates Television. We are here, it's Friday 8th May. Wow, we are already in May now. We are already in May, and we are into the best segment on a Friday, the sporting segment. And I want to thank Mr. Brown and Renisha, of course, for the first half hour. This morning we have Mr. Alfred out of the Football Association, and we also have Mr. NGBC Hall on the program this morning. And then, of course, you can look forward to an always entertaining and informative program. Let me at this time welcome the first guest, Mr. Kenny Alfred, President of the Tobago Football Association. And I'm hearing big things in store for this Sunday, Mother's Day. So I say finally the Football League of 2025-2026 is going to end. Mr. Alfred, good morning, and of course, thank you for being here again, as per usual.
Yes, thank you, Marcus, and good morning to you, and good morning to all your viewers. And yes, we're culminating what has been a long and challenging but positive season, because what it meant is that we would have been able to engage our young men in positive activities, keeping them away from all negativity. So there's some positive in the whole thing.
Yeah, and of course you mentioned challenging, and you just spoke about the positives. I mean, tell me about the challenges you would have faced over the season.
Of course, you have the usual challenges in terms of not having enough referees, and of course the competition in terms of football continues to grow. We now have 4 teams competing in Tier 1 and Tier 2 in Trinidad. We still have 20 clubs playing in Tobago. We have the Women's League playing, and we have added the National Youth League now. So a lot of football, but unfortunately we don't have enough referees. And I'm going to continue. I think I made this blog already on the show to encourage people to get involved in refereeing, because it's an avenue that you can achieve things. We have Mr. Caleb Wales going off to the FIFA World
Who's
Cup.
that again?
Caleb Wales.
Caleb Wales. He's a linesman or
assistant referee. We no longer say linesman.
Yes, he's an assistant referee.
And he's going to his second World Cup. So
he's from Tobago.
No, he's from Trinidad.
He's from Trinidad.
We don't have anybody from Tobago to replace Noel Bino, the late. But hopefully we can get somebody in the future.
Because I'm a Carissa Jacobs.
She's an AR on the panel as well, but unfortunately she wasn't selected for the World Cup.
Yeah, but I'm seeing some young ladies joining. I saw Oprah Douglas and Lionel Winchester.
And Lionel is joining, so there is some positive, but of course we have some people who are going out as well.
Yeah.
So the numbers not really increasing. But we're glad to have those ladies on board.
And ideally, what's a number you'll want for a season, given that you have women, the youth, and you have Premier and Division 1, ideally?
I am sure that the referees, and I'm hearing Mr. Wally speaking in the back of my head saying if I can get as much as 40 referees, then that they will be able to better service the football on the island.
So outside of getting, as a young person, getting the opportunity to probably go to a World Cup, what other attractions are there for persons who may be watching the show now and say, hey, I'm not going to get the referee, because you know these days, dollars and cents.
Yeah. Well, of course, there is a stipend available for refereeing, both in the TFA league and, of course, in fact, in any league.
In any league, yeah.
They do get a stipend, but I think more than that, you acquire the skills of man management.
Man management, right.
Being able to communicate, learn to work with people.
Yes.
Because officiating is a difficult task.
I call it a civic duty as well. That's like going to be a juror.
Because you can't see everything.
Yeah.
And you know somebody's going to be making noise.
Trust me.
For every little call. But
it's
again,
like before in cricket.
Yeah. Always difficult. I know the call. I think like before now is becoming easier than edges in cricket, because you have so many little things that could cause a noise.
Yes.
Would I be
or the helmet, yeah.
Or the helmet. Listen, but again, it's a civic duty, as you said. I think I like the term.
Yeah.
And I would want to encourage people to get involved in officiating.
Yeah, and I'm happy that you mentioned that you have the Women's League, because it's something I always ask you when you come on the program. Tell me about how many teams you have in the Women's League. And
well, we still have 4 clubs operating out of Tobago. They are now engaged in their youth league, playing at Corland. They play mainly at Corland on a Sunday, so that you can go to Corland on a Sunday afternoon and see the 2
what
games.
time?
I think they start at 3 o'clock, but they wouldn't be playing this Sunday, Mother's Day.
Or Mother's Day, right?
Yeah, they're taking a break.
This is the day they should be playing.
No, they've decided to support the men.
They support the men. I like that. That's good. I like that. Support the men. I mean, and who are the teams? What are the 4 teams? I mean, good to recognize them.
Jewels Sports Club. Black Panthers is Panthers.
Right.
You have Chicas, and the other one coming out of Bishops is Combined Bowlers.
Combined Bowlers. That's fantastic. And that's a Carol
Percy. She is still the first vice president of the Wolf League, operating out of Tobago.
Yeah.
And she's also first vice president Tobago football as well. So
fantastic.
She and all of the guys working with these women club have been doing a task.
It's very important.
And of course, we're trying to grow women coaches as well, to get involved. So we want to encourage women who have gone past the age of playing, they can get involved in coaching as well.
Fantastic. And in the youth league as well, because I think it's on weekends you play the youth league.
Yeah, the youth league plays on Saturday and Sunday. We have 3 age groups, U15, U17 and U20. That will be culminating in about the next 2 to 3 weeks. I think one division will culminate in 2 weeks, that's the under 20. And then a week after, we'll have the under 17 and the under 15.
So the persons playing in the youth league can also play in the Premier and Division 1 as well?
Yes, you
can. They're allowed to do that?
You can play for the same club.
For the same club?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Your registration is with the club.
Oh, that's fantastic. And of course, I mean, the reason for you being here today, we have on Sunday, it's going to be the final day for the Premier and Division 1?
It's not going to be the final day, but it could be the day that determines the winners.
And what's the reason for that?
All right. Well, of course, you know, in the first division, we have Canby Mount Pleasant. They are leading Ball Blasters by 1 point, with 2 games to go. So in this case, if Canby wins, it means that they would have won the title, because they would have an unassailable lead.
Right.
And
so the both teams, that's a final game. So
no, they have one more game on the 14th, but that may become unnecessary.
Right. I understand. Okay.
But of course, we hope that
they show up and play.
No, they will show up and play, but I'm saying the interest would be nice.
So you, but silently as an administrator, you want a certain team to upset a certain team?
No, I don't want them to upset. I just want them to come and play
and play good football.
And we'll see who wins.
Yeah, but is it that in terms of scheduling, it was a deliberate ploy to have the top 2 teams play at this stage, or it was always fixed here?
Well, it turned out that way.
It turned out that way.
It really wasn't planned, because we didn't have an idea who would be. But as it got later on into the tournament, we recognized that we're faced with something that's really interesting.
Right.
And then we decided that, okay, we'll keep those 2 games
fantastic.
when we think it matters most.
That's like Arsenal versus Man City in the EPL right now.
No, that's not like Arsenal versus Man City. That's like nothing in the EPL, because Man U is not involved.
Man U not there at all.
Yeah,
and obviously, outside of winning the title, both teams have the opportunity to be promoted as well.
Yes, promotion is in line for the Black Division. The winner is automatic, and the second place team goes into a playoff. With the second to last place in the Premier Division, to ensure that you're capable of maintaining your status
Yeah.
there. So that is
So plenty at stake.
Plenty at stake in that division,
And
and I know it will be an interesting.
And enjoy it. Fantastic. Thanks so much to the producer. And in terms of the first division, the Premier Division here.
Premier Division, it's almost the same. It's Roxborough Lakers, who are 2 points behind Georgia. Roxborough would have faltered in the last 2 games, dropping as much as 5 points.
Wow.
Losing.
So they were actually in front, and
that
reminds me of Arsenal, boy.
I agree with that one. I agree with that one. So Roxborough, they were unbeaten until 2 games ago. So they lost 1, and then they drew the other one, so they've dropped 5 points. But they're now 2 points behind Georgia, who has picked up some form. Mainly in the second round, they've been outstanding in the second round. So we have a heated battle again.
And this is happening on
these
Sunday.
2 teams. And interestingly, when these 2 teams met in the first round, they drew 3-all.
They drew 3-all.
3-all. So clearly, there's reason for now having a winner.
And both teams still have 2 games. Well, Sunday will be, after Sunday's game, they'll have 1 game in hand.
1 game in hand. Again, if Georgia wins.
So they still have an out, but if Roxborough wins, they have an outside chance. They still have an,
yes,
they still have hope. And who does it both teams play in the last round? Do you know by chance?
Georgia, I know they take on Gold City.
Right.
And
Third place, wow.
Yeah, and Roxborough will be playing sideys.
That's really interesting as well again. And what that round will be when? Wednesday?
That will be on the 16th.
On the 16th.
So they will wrap up on the 16th.
So lots still to play for. And I expect that Roxborough Lakers and their fans, they will come out this weekend, especially Sunday. They have to get a win there.
They have to get
a win there if they have to keep the title.
Just as
hoops alive.
have to have a win as
well.
Yeah,
and I recognize something very interesting in the standings there. If the producer can put it back up. Eagles, that's a U team. I mean, they played so well some years back. In fact, they got to third place, I believe.
Yeah.
What's happening there now?
Eagles, of course, and I'm really glad you brought up Eagles. People will look at the standing and think Eagles are faltered.
Yeah.
Eagles really has a developmental program.
Okay.
That they allow their players to go off. So they've lost a couple of players who have gone off to colleges in the US. So obviously they would
Understood.
Some of the better players and their performance would drop, but they continue to work and play. A very disciplined organization. Mr. Gibbs and Mr. Butslin.
Yes.
So we have to compliment them for what they're doing, and that's their program.
And I'm seeing that Phoenix, FC Tobago Phoenix there. Are they being affected by their team playing in the Premier Division, Trinidad?
Obviously.
Right.
Obviously, they have the better players going up there. So this is really their feeder team that they have. So that will happen for them as well.
Yeah.
But they're still a force to be reckoned with. Right. On the given day, they do.
They can
put pressure on
people.
people.
And if you let's for persons probably maybe viewing this for the first time, let's sum up the 2 teams at the top of the Premier Division there, Georgia and Roxborough Lakers, in terms of their season. Leading players. If you want to mention a few names.
All right. So for Georgia,
yeah.
They would have gotten back into their fold in the second round. Riquelme Phillips. Coming back from colleges. He's a former national under-17 player. They have Justin Bernard, outstanding youngster, very nice to look at, easy on the ball. The goal scorer has found form in the second round, Jeshawn Washington. I think he
was a leading goal scorer a particular year. Yeah,
he only scored 2 goals in the first round. I think he has gotten 7 in the second round.
Wow.
So he has found some form as well. The service is now being provided by those 2 youngsters. So he has done well. So those are the outstanding players with Georgia on the Roxborough.
And in terms of, before you get to Roxborough, in terms of their management, coach, I like to recognize coaches as well.
Nyron
O.
I think he's known more for having the best playing field
in Tobago. He's very proud of it, and I'm happy that he has taken that mantle. I was telling him, you need to go to other gangs because how he has maintained Georgia. Wow.
It's
Riverbank over?
Riverbank. He sends me pictures,
and
I'm like, you're overdoing, you're showing off. But he's doing a really, really wonderful job in Roxborough. So for Roxborough Lakers, more balanced team. You have Celeste Tiquil Mahabal. I think he was the captain. Celeste Duke, a youngster, really outstanding youngster. Jai Shepard is now back with Roxborough Lakers.
Jai Shepard. He went up to college as well.
Yeah. Right. So these guys are back in the fold.
And you have senior players like Dyke Reed,
this guy who came from Plymouth that is now playing in Roxborough. Just can't bring back his name now. Good friend of mine, but sorry I missed your name, so don't kill me on Sunday. But they have been doing well, and those are the leading players of the 2 teams.
Okay, and in terms of the first division, because if I don't mention Ball Blasters, first time in the league.
First time in the league. New kid on the block, outstanding team. You have to give kudos to Downey Marcel in terms of his performance managing these guys coming from school football into TFA football and doing so well. They have been very competitive. Again, when these two teams met at Shaw Park in the first round, it was a really fiery and intense game.
I love it.
Because Marcel also came from Canby, Mount Pleasant.
Right.
So I know it's going to be intense on Sunday again. And
that's James and the guys.
James is going up against James and Saville and these guys. So it's going to be intense.
And Mr. Alfred, I mean, you came in with something special this morning, and I've never seen it before in any sport in Tobago. I'm told that the winners of the Premier Division, they're going to be given championship rings?
Yes, they will be getting championship rings for the first time. So we are moving away from the medals.
Right.
For top flight football, the winners will get rings. Really, really interesting.
So and you have the ring there. And I hope that the producer can put this up as well.
And I think you should have.
And it's viewers, it's very heavy. You know, actually, this is the real deal. You know, this is the real deal.
So the winners will be getting this as well to go home along with their cash prize. So players can feel proud.
I think it's something like, you know, a game changer, because we are accustomed to having medals, and then some flimsy medals too, at $5, at $10 a medal. But I think when the players, they feel the weight of this, and it's something that they can show their children and grandchildren and all these different things.
And it comes with a chain,
and
so
it comes with a chain, so you
can wear it as well.
This is really good. Good foresight by the Tobago Football Association.
We're trying to make the things a little better and a little different.
Very good. I think the players will, of course, I mean, this is the first that they are hearing about it.
First time they're hearing about it. We kept it a secret. We didn't want to alarm anybody. Let's wait till it gets tight and have it. And when we have it in the island, so we're sure we have them. So we're okay with that, and this is what the champion's going to walk away with.
I like that. But just before we go again, so tell us about something. I'm told that it's Mother's Day, and then mothers will be receiving something nice.
Yes, we have some little things that we're going to give to some mothers as they come through the gate. And of course, we're going to be honoring some other women in football for their contribution, because you know football has really been a male-dominated sport. But over the last couple of years, we have seen women getting on board, whether it be administrating, physiotherapy. So we want to honor some of them as well at the game. So it's going to be a fantastic afternoon.
And what time does it start on Sunday again?
So the first game kicks off at 4:30 p.m. Canby Mount Pleasant versus Ballbusters, and that will be followed by the second game at 6:30.
Entrance fee?
Entrance fee just $50.
Yeah, there's just $50. That's I mean, less
two
than
persons actually messaged and said we should charge 100. I said no. I said no, we're not going to.
2 for 1.
People. 2 for 1.
Yeah, paying one price and they're covering two games.
Finals.
And any sort of entertainment?
No, we're going to just have the regular music. We don't have that kind of output of cash to bring in. A Marshall or one of these guys to entertain people. But we're going to have a DJ there. He's going to provide some entertainment.
Fantastic. Mr. Alfred, again, I want to thank you so much for being here this morning. Exciting times in football. I think the wait was worth it. I mean, it started since last year. And I know you were lining it up with the EPL as well. And we are now at the stage where we're going to possibly crown champions on Sunday, possibly. But for the neutral, you'll want it to go to the last day of the season.
Interesting.
Yes, indeed. So thank you again for coming through. I wish you all the best on Sunday, and obviously I'm going to be there as well. I'm not telling you who I'm going to support, but I'm going to be there on Sunday.
Just make sure you're supporting football.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. Viewers, we've been chatting there with the hard-working president of the Tobago Football Association, Mr. Kenny Alfred. Big things happening this Sunday. You need to be at the right to see them. Only $50. Yes, mothers, you as well. You can cook early in the morning. In fact, you're not supposed to be cooking on Sunday. Mr. Alfred, you're supposed to be cooking. Yeah, you'll be cooking as well. Yes. So viewers, we'll take a short break. We come back with much more sports. But don't forget to share the live, share the live, share the live.
DMK Promotion presents The Glamour and Gold Affair. The Glamour and Gold Affair. The ultimate Mother's Day R&B and reggae experience with unmatched elegance. Happening Saturday 9th of May at Vibes Event Space Tobago. Doors open at 8 p.m. Featuring top DJs and live performances by Ziggy Ranking, Royal Dainty, Prince Unique, and Black Culture Sound. Admission is $200 for couples and $150 for singles. With a premiere special, 4 persons on 1 ticket. Premier bottles, chaser, and cocktail tables. Enjoy a complimentary glass of wine and rolls upon entry. Plus, door prizes, best dress categories, dress code, semi-elegant, black and gold. The Glamour and Gold Affair. Glamour and Gold Affair. Don't miss it.
Yeah. Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to TS Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discount, so it's you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to Tia's Classy Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30.
For more information, call 710-168-99999.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Coming up, spending quality time in Antigua and Barbuda in the Carnival Zone and with some ocean inhabitants. The kids delivered as always on the track and in the pool. The power to make a difference, supporting great initiatives in St. Kitts and Nevis. There's a true Jamaican feel amidst the grandeur at this hotel. Another milestone for Trinidad and Tobago tourism. It's all next on this station.
Put a smile on your face when you're moving from place to place. Good morning, good morning, morning, good morning.
Hi viewers, welcome back, and of course again, thank you so much for staying tuned to Tobago Updates Television. Really nice discussion there with the president of the Tobago Football Association, Mr. Kenny Alfred, and we have another hard-working individual in studio at this time. Well, you know him as His Excellency. Oh, Mr. Hall, but his name is NGBC Hall. Thank you so much for being here again with us. I mean, BC, you wear so many hats, right? Director of Sport TT, and now I'm seeing Buko Sports Club functioning and doing a lot of big things. And you know, one of the reasons I have you here this morning to talk about Buko Sports Club, and is it a reintroduction of the Buko Sports Club, or is it a new dispensation?
So what it had before was what it still have is the Buku Ballpark Club run by Mr. Keelan Campbell.
But then that used to have the night football league.
The night football league, in which they looking to bring back. But let me just say I'm from Buku.
Right.
So it's a community initiative, but the person who started it, he has a brand new idea of revitalizing it.
Right.
So it will be bigger and better this year.
Oh, so it's happening this year?
Yeah.
Plans
in
yes,
place.
Yes.
Mr. Dino, our area representative,
yeah.
he gave his consent to back it, and Mr. Keelan is running it.
Yeah, that was a spectacle. I mean, to play it on the Baba Green there was 5-a-side. I think it was 5-a-side.
No, it's 4-a-side.
It was 4-a-side, and I mean, sometimes I think up to like 20 teams participating from all over Tobago. And I found that, what happened with the Buko thing?
So, you see, I really take sports in my heart. Yeah. Other than taking sports in my heart, I believe in sports for all. And I can't be going here, there, and everywhere sports, and I don't deal with home.
Yeah.
So, I decided, I'm going to talk to some youths around my age, and even those senior me and say, hey, let's form a club within the community. The sports club now would spearhead all the sports in the community. And from that, they believed in the idea, and we went ahead. The first thing that we said we would start with was sailing.
Right.
We reached out to the president and the secretary of the Sailing Association. They liked the idea, and we told them our plans. We had a meeting first. We brought them from Trinidad. We had a meeting with them. And after that, we just hit the ball rolling. We reached out for sponsors. We didn't get much.
Yeah.
The ministry, the secretary, tourism, or the division of tourism, they helped us. The ABA in the area, Cosmic Dev, they helped us as well. Also, the Picante sailing, they do a sailing trip out of Mount Irving. What they did for us, and I would say the lady, the relaxed day for the kids, we actually took them on a sailing boat. So they went out and they saw how our sailors go up. Subway helped us with lunches as well.
Fantastic.
And, bits and pieces in between, we take what we get and we make it work. But one thing I must say, you see the team behind it.
Tell me about the team.
it had no day that we had to worry. No day. The first day started off shaky because of an incident that happened on the beach. And we dealt with it.
One time.
Kadisha, Shonel, not Maggie, Cassandra, Jonan, Tyers, Miss Gail, Amika.
These are all Buku residents, right?
All
from
Buku residents.
Yeah,
Because
Buku is love.
Marcus, I really believe that sports could really change crime, change crime
I mean,
in Trinidad.
you're speaking to the converted, you know.
And I know you understand where I'm coming from.
Yes.
But what you just need to do, you just need to go into the community. Because it have people there.
Yeah.
It have people in the community willing to work.
And it's you're not even going to the community. You need people from within the community like yourself to recognize there's a need for something. And I mean, it's a lot of hard work. And it's a thankless task, because sometimes they do that and then the responses you get from certain people in the community, you say, well, why are you fighting up here for? But if you love your community and you understand the need for community engagement, whether it's entertainment, culture, or even sports, somebody has to do it. And not always the government.
Correct.
You understand? But why did you pick sailing? Is it because Buku and the beach?
I picked sailing because we had sailing long time ago in Buku.
Oh.
So some of the persons who were on the team, they did sailing. One of our 2 persons from within our community, when they did sailing in their time, was actually ranked top 10 in Trinidad and Tobago. Again, the persons, it fell off, and it didn't have it again. And I saw it as, but there's an initiative that could come back.
But and the reason why I asked that, right? I think the only sailor that we have representing Trinidad and Tobago at the Olympics or any world event, that's Andrew Lewis.
Lewis, yes.
We have no one. And I've always found this strange that we are surrounded by water in Trinidad and Tobago, and we don't have anyone representing us in rowing or even sailing, or more people representing us in those events. So I'm happy that and that's the reason why I said I have to get onto NGBC, have him on the program, and try to market this thing so more persons can get involved in it. Because again, it's an avenue that, well, it's a discipline I think that persons, especially younger ones, can get into and make it a career.
Well, I don't want to say lucky, We are blessed enough that the Federation noticed the hard work and gain trust in us, and being not, I forget the name they call it, but somewhat aligned members with the association. They reached out to us and they asked us about keeping a competition here.
Right. In Tobago.
Over either the July or August, so we have to work out the logistics behind it. We are also planning to keep a summer camp in July. So out of the summer camp, they're going straight into a competition. So all the sailors from Trinidad and those who want to come from the Caribbean, they will come down.
Tourism right there.
Well, the only place to keep it is
Buku.
So.
And you see, and again, you are like a strong advocate for triathlon. And I know you had a triathlon recently. I didn't get you on the program to talk about it. And I'm always pressed for time. And just to touch on it in terms of the triathlon that you recently held, how successful it was, and Tobago competitors and all these different things.
For me, I would say that quickly that this year was a success.
Yeah.
I was frightened at first to the fact that, again, you would know this for sure.
Yeah.
Getting sponsorship is the hardest thing in Trinidad and Tobago.
Can you tell me for sports?
For sports. But you see the love gentlemen like us have faith.
Yeah.
We will make it happen.
Yeah, we must make it happen.
We'll go, we'll cover one side of our face and we'll beg, please.
And they see the hard work, People see the hard work.
Marcus, we saw 80 participants this year. In a
biggest yet?
The biggest in a SCA time. So that is, you're talking about parents who just take part in the sport not coming. That is children not coming.
Yeah.
So we had 6 persons from Tobago. We had a gentleman from Canada. We had another gentleman, I think is where he was from Dubai.
Wow.
So, and people can't stop talking about the water. So for me, I gonna keep on pushing with sports, no matter what it is. I'm going right down with it. Sports make me, sports will carry me.
Yes. So, I like that. But BC, I mean, we had the 8 o'clock hour. Of course, we have Good Morning Tobago Tobago coming up, and I would love to have you again because I want to get into also your role at Sport TT as well, because there are a number of programs I know that you would have introduced to Tobago through your directorship, and that's something that we want to get into as well. But again, I want to see my producer Ronald. They're doing this every Friday morning, cut my time and thing. But again, continue the hard work. What you're doing with Buku, I saw yesterday that Buku, and Buku now has a cricket net.
Yes,
and that's something I'm very happy about, because you saw me down Buku twice. So you have something bringing me Buku now because cricket, right? But continue the hard work. All the hard-working individuals I know who are working voluntarily for the Buku Sports Club, tell them big up themselves and continue doing your hard work for your community. I know you love your community, for sure. And I'm hoping I can have you again, probably for an hour, and we can talk all that's happening with sport in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? Good luck again. So, viewers, that's the end of the sport program this morning. I want to thank Mr. Alfred and NGBC for being with us this morning, talking good things that are happening in sports. And just before we close off and hand over to Good Morning Tobago with Natalie, don't forget that the Scarborough Market remains open for business on all days. Yes, only the Market Square car park has been closed. The market can be accessed via the side entrance on Wilson Road. Please be guided accordingly. Right? Once again, the Scarborough Market remains open for business on all days. Only the Market Square car park has been closed. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Remember, continue to spread the love, be safe on the roadway. And today we have the Tobago Primary Schools Cricket League. It starts today at Shaw Park. We have 2 matches on at Shaw Park today, starting from 9:30. That's something that you can look forward to in Shaw Park today. And then we have the Tobago Cricket Association T20 Blast starts tomorrow with matches at Moriah and also Shaw Park. Guys, have a good day, a good weekend, and see you next week. For now, bye.
Part of the Mainridge 250 Commemorative Week, students from various schools took part in a historical reenactment of the 1776 debate, which legalized the protection of the Tobago Mainridge Forest Reserve, marking a significant moment in environmental history.
Mr. Speaker, I am grateful to this House for its time. I am aware that the crisis in America presses upon every mind in this chamber. I will not take more of the House's time than the matter requires, but I will ask the House's patience because the matter requires more than a moment. I have been bringing this proposal before the Parliament in various forms for 11 years. I have been told it is too early, too theoretical, too cautious. We must develop the island first and worry about the consequences later. Mr. Speaker, later has arrived.
Mr. Speaker,
my role today was the main character of Swami Jennings. He wanted to bring this motion forward for the past 11 years. It took some training. Thank you to my teachers, the organizers and stuff. They did a really good job.
I played Lord Hartley today. He's a calm person, like he is but he's concerned about things, but he's not, as he said, he's not unsympathetic to the scientific arguments at all.
It is my first time in a debate and it has been very, very fun so far. I wish to do it next year.
250 years ago, Swami Jennings and others of that period were thinking beyond their time. They were building a future. They understood that by preserving the Mainridge Forest for this present day is protecting Tobago's watershed, natural resources, and long-term well-being for generations to come. Because of that foresight, Tobago became part of the earliest examples of environmental policy in the current world.
I was so elated and emotional. Actually, some tears came to my eyes while the school children were debating, because to see the pressure that this guy, Mr. Jennings, went through, spending 34 years in the British Parliament and for 11 years fighting to have the reserve declared a reserve.
I
was your faithful narrator, and I believe I did a wonderful job. The experience was nerve-wracking, wonderful, exciting, fun, really enjoyable to really, just get involved in nature, learn about Tobago, its history. The forest was finally protected by law permanently. Unfortunately, Swami Jennings died in London on the 18th of December 1787. He was 83 years old. He never saw Tobago, nor the forest he saved. The Mainridge Forest Reserve has stood for 250 years. It is registered as the oldest legally protected forest reserve in the entire Western Hemisphere. The decision was made in London, in a chamber much like this one, by men who never stood beneath those trees. 250 years later, we sit in the very institution that grew from the council their resolution. The trees still stand above us. The rains remain in the forest. All because someone once chose to protect what they could not see.
That was a production of the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly.
You're viewing Tobago Updates Television, your exclusive gateway to Tobago, broadcasting the beauty of this island paradise to the world.
Good morning and welcome to GMT Good Morning Tobago. I'm your host this morning, Natalie Seeley Richardson, and it's always a pleasure to spend my Friday morning with you. We're getting right into our show this morning. The time is just running on as I speak. So our first guest this morning is no stranger to the media industry, the broadcasting industry. She is also an event producer. Many of you, if you've never seen her, you would recognize her voice, I am sure. And I'm speaking, of course, of Nicole Larson, who is joining us virtually this morning. Welcome and good morning, Nicole.
Good morning. Good to be here. Good to be with you.
We are so happy to have you on Tobago Updates Television this morning. And of course, something special is coming up in Tobago, and it's being produced by you, by your production company. And I know it's something that is very dear to you. All right. So for those of you who haven't seen the flyers, if you haven't heard the announcements, we're talking about Ladies Who Lead Communication, the Art of Finesse. Yes. So tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you have been in broadcasting, for over 20 years. People know this voice of yours. They know who you are, but there are many of our viewers who may not know who Nicole Larson is. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing these days.
Wow, thank you so much. As I said, I'm so delighted to be here. I have been in media for, let's say, probably around 20, 25 years. And I love what I do. I'm a communicator. And, many times on my shows, because what I try to do anytime I'm on a show, it's to communicate with my audience, to let them know that they are special, to let them know that I am there for them. It's a sort of, I call it a joie de vivre. And a lot of people would say to me, Nicole, you make it look so easy. And I wish I can do what you do. And they think that I have this special acumen. And it's all about confidence. It's all about preparation. It has nothing to do with this person is born with this special ability. Every woman has potential.
Mm-hmm. And I must ask, when you hear the title, the name of this production, Ladies Who Lead the Art of Finesse, what was the catalyst for creating this specific series of Women of Influence?
Well, the art of finesse is the ability to communicate with confidence, with wisdom, with grace, with authenticity. It's to understand that your presence is important. It's to understand that even before you take to a mic or to make an announcement, that you're already being seen.
Right.
It's so funny because and I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but there's sometimes that you have to make an announcement. They call it to make an announcement, a simple announcement, and you have all the details, but you start to get this funny feeling in your stomach as if, oh my God, how am I going to do this? Right.
Yes.
And that can hinder you. So what we want to do with on this day, and actually it's an introductory program, is to show you how to be stable, how to be confident, how to get rid of those nervousness, the preparation period. And it sounds maybe a little difficult, but it isn't, It isn't. You just have to have someone to walk alongside you, to mentor you, to show you, give you the little tool. And I'm excited because so many women have asked me, Nicole, I want to do what you do. And I say, no, you don't have to be me. I don't want you to be me. I want you to be your authentic self. And if I may say this, I feel at times when we think about communication, it means that we have to change our accent.
Yes.
We have to sound foreign.
Yes.
No. You are Tobagonian, I want to hear the Tobago twang. Whether you're from Jamaica, you are Jamaican. Be who you are. You don't have to be North American. And that's one of the keys I want to be able to give to my ladies on the, help me adjust, what date it is again? On the 23rd.
23rd, yes.
On the 23rd. You must love yourself. You must know this is who I am. And I'm going to polish up some areas, because we all have areas, the way we communicate, even the way we dress, because we're going to be talking about that as well. How to dress to impress, what to wear, what not to wear. So that when you hit the stage, or if you have to maybe answer a question, you feel comfortable, because it's a full package, as it were.
Mm-hmm. And as you mentioned, that full package. Now, I noticed that it's a 3-part series, and this this particular one we're talking about, this installation focuses on communication, but to come, it's etiquette and deportment. Why do you feel these 3 elements are important to women being leaders?
Oh
why
my
these
gosh,
3?
It is key. Because number one, how you look when you walk into a room, people, whether we like it or not, they assess us.
True.
And how you look doesn't necessarily mean that you have to wear a brand name, because often we think I have to have this brand name to make me look. No. What a color that for your complexion, a suit, a dress, the right pair of shoes, simple things that can just elevate. So that when you walk in the room, this person says, oh, she knows who she is. Even before you open your mouth. I thought of doing the etiquette as well because we go into rooms, Natalie, and dining, for instance, and let's face it, you can get a little intimidated when you see the different forks and the spoons and the knife and whatever, and you're thinking, oh goodness, what do I do? I've heard some people say, listen, I ain't using nothing else but a spoon because I'm so embarrassed I don't even know how to use a knife and fork.
Right.
And I feel this is key for us to be confident. Those simple things so that when you walk into the room, you are a leader. And another thing I want to say, Natalie, when I talk about leaders, I'm not talking about persons in particular positions. Every woman is a leader.
Right.
Every woman is a leader. You might have been growing up and somebody tell you, you wouldn't amount to anything, your nose too big, you this, you that. We've heard these type of things. And so therefore, you feel that you don't have presence. There's something in you saying, I know I have it, but then those words, they weigh on you so much. So we are going to be dealing with that. We're going to be letting you know you are who you are. You've got a gift. Every single woman has a gift.
And I like the point where you made a leader is not necessarily someone in a position. And I think many of us, we
That's right.
translate leadership to be an official title, but in your own space, in your own friend circle, leaders emerge.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I think that is so important. So let's talk about who should come this event. And for viewers who are following, they're hearing us talking about these wonderful things. So we will also tell them, remind them of the date, when, and how they can be a part of this.
Absolutely. So that this is for every single woman that wants more. It's for every woman that wants a little bit of a polishing if you feel that you need it. I have a couple of people that said they're going to attend and they are excellent communicators. I mean, when they take to the stage and I said, but why are you coming? She said, because I want to know more. You could never know enough. So this is for every single woman, whether you're 15 years, 85 years, and you want to be able to be present. You want to be able to make a mark. You want, when you have to read an announcement, that you know how to do it, what to say, what not to say. I'll just give you a little example of church. In some churches, you are asked to do an announcement or introduce someone, and you have this very long bio, Natalie. The bio is about 5 minutes long, and you're saying to yourself, how on earth am I going to do that? Well, you don't have to. There's certain aspects of that bio that you can take out. So we can be teaching you how to do that. Things to say, what not to say. And even when you get a little bit flustered, that it doesn't show. And that's important because there's nothing like a perfect communicator. There's nothing like that. But you have to know when you do make a mistake, it looks as though it's part of who you are.
Yes, yes. You have to own it. You have to make it yours.
You have to own it.
Yes, most definitely. And we're talking...
So if I were to answer you...
Yes, go ahead.
I was just about to say, if I was to answer your question again.
Yes.
It's for leaders. If you think you're not a leader, it's for women, young women, anybody that wants to be polished and be refined a little bit, and you want your true self to come out. Now, when I say true self, there's another thing that I hear. I think that's such a myth, where we say, well, this is me, this is who I am. They have to take it or leave it. No, we want your personality, but you will have to tweak and change a little bit the way you communicate your personality. I don't want to change you. You cannot be a Natalie, you cannot be a Nicole, but you can be a polished who you are, who God has called you to be.
And for our viewers who are quite intrigued and maybe are hearing about this for the first time, it's ladies who lead communication, the art of finesse, clarity, composure, and confidence. And this is taking place Saturday, the 23rd of May, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And it's going to be held at the Scarborough Center for Youth Development. And for those of you who are familiar with Tobago, that is, of course, uptown by the New Testament Church of God, Scarborough. And can persons still purchase tickets, Nicole?
Absolutely, they can. And Natalie, you're going to have to help me there because I don't have my flyer.
Yes.
So you're going to have to tell me. I know it's at Lady in Red. I know it's in Port
Yes, so
Mall.
I can share that with our viewers at this time. Yes, so it's at Pablo's Supermarket, Argyle, Lady in Red Car Rentals in Crown Point, Milford 24 Gas Station in Bonaccord, and of course CLC Port Mall, 3rd floor. So there are many opportunities for persons to get tickets, and I know as well there are 2 phone contacts, I think, shared, and even yours may be there for persons who need to get
tickets.
Yes.
Now, before we go, because I think this is something that women who are hearing about this should invest in, and I love that you have, even on the flyer, there's a fee attached, but it's termed an investment, and it's really an investment for an individual to really spend some time learning more about themselves and improving. I think in our culture, many times when we think of classes, courses, it's more academically driven, and we don't see programs like this as an investment in one's self-development. So I think having this opportunity is something that women should definitely take advantage of. And I love the fact where you said it's for all women, so females. And I know we're looking at where we are operating now, and we have a lot of our young women, young girls even, into content creation. Would someone like that benefit from this?
Absolutely. I am looking at the content creatives, and I commend them, but I also see that communication seems to have gone down a road, Natalie, and I don't know if it has to do with my age, but we seem to think that we can come and we can say any and anything because people accept any and everything. But I think even as a communicator, content creator, there are certain things that you need to do. There are certain things that you have to say or you shouldn't say. So absolutely, the content creator can come, and I think they're going to glean from it. I want to also say that I have a very special guest that's coming as well. Chantel Lindsay. She is going to be singing. I just love her music, and I decided that she definitely has to be part of this. And I want to go back to the point of the investment, $250. Natalie, I have spent $500, $600 on stuff and wondering, where is it? Was it necessary? $250, that can change your life. You cannot pay for an investment into who you are that can change your mindset, to give you that confidence. And it's a lot of work, and I want to let people know it's not a one and done and you just leave there and you're all. What you're going to get the nuggets, you're going to get some of the keys as to how to be better than who you are, a polished version of yourself. But it's going to take work. You've got to be willing to do the work. Preparation.
Most definitely. And I must ask to share, in your professional experience, one element you would have noticed that may be a strength when you see someone who steps forward to be that communicator and take that leadership role.
So you're asking, when I see an individual, what do I see that makes them a better communicator?
Yes, in their leadership role.
In their leadership role. I see confidence. I see someone that knows who she is. That for me is key. And for those of us who do not have that confidence, because someone has told us differently, and I said that before, that has said to us that we would not amount to anything, or have said something that has made us feel as though we are inadequate. Hence the reason why this is important. So when I see a leader, I look at, number one, even before you take to the stage, I look at the way you walk, I look at the way you stand, your countenance, all that has to do with leadership qualities. You know, if the shoulders are hunched down, if you're not looking at your audience, those are the things that I say, okay, maybe she's not too confident in that area. But once I see that, I know who I am. That says to me, okay, you've got it. And again, I don't want to contradict myself, because here's the thing, Natalie. There's some of us who have it inside, but you just want somebody. I get passionate.
No, that's fine.
You have it, and your head down, and you're feeling it. I'm saying, come on, girl. And that's where we come in. I want to pull it out of you. Every woman has it. It's just that you need somebody to prod you and pull it out and work alongside you.
And Natalie, Nicole, I know you have the gift for that, because I've often heard when people speak about you, their experience or their story would be. I didn't want to do this. Oh, I didn't think I could have done this. But when Nicole saw it in me and she pulled it out, you know, so I know you have that gift. So the women who will be attending, ladies who lead, will definitely benefit and walk away, you know, in a better version of themselves when in terms of this. So let me just remind, we're looking at May the 23rd. That's a Saturday afternoon, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And it's going to be uptown Scarborough, right next to the New Testament Church of God, for those who are familiar. And of course, we have the flyer up, you can see. And of course, it's around on social media as well. So the information is out there. So Nicole, thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you.
You know, for this event.
I also want to leave with, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
Yes.
And I think that is important. We can try by ourselves, but with God, all things are possible.
Quite true. And thank you for leaving that word with us. Thank you so much,
Pleasure.
viewers. That was Nicole Larson. And of course, you are invited, women. This time it's women only, to be a part of this grand occasion. And of course, see it as an investment in yourself, to develop who you are, you know, to improve your craft, your skill, and just for you to be more comfortable in terms of who you are. So something to look forward to, May 23rd. Of this month, 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. So viewers, it's that time where we go for a quick break. You know that is always necessary. And when we return, of course, we meet our next set of guests. And there are some young ones. You know, I always love to interview the young ones. So stay tuned and you'll see who they are when we come back on the other side of these breaks.
Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to Tia's Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discount, so it's you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to Tia's Classic Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30. For more information, call 710-168-99999.
And I have never, ever tried anything from the dirt oven. Let's go to the backyard dirt oven on a Thursday. You know, talk about authentic. On entry, I felt at home. I felt like I was going to visit my loving grandmother on a weekend. The kind of weekend where she showers you with love, stories, and food. This place is a home away from home. And just like I would do at home, I pop the question, what you had to eat day? And boom, coconut drops. Boom, bread. Boom, garlic bread. Boom, hops. Boom, coconut tart. Boom, jam tart. And boom, something they call nuts. And just like that, Mistress Baker was ready to pop them in the oven. And don't worry, she had some help. And while we was waiting, I said, let me hear from Mistress Baker herself.
Well, we've been operating for a couple of years now. We started, this was a COVID project. We operate strictly on Tuesdays. Tuesdays only. You don't keep stock. We only sell on Tuesdays.
Such a sweet lady. Hey, Olia, it's ready. When last you see a nice golden brown bread, sir? Backyard bakery for the win. Olia, a GT. I finally get me the oven bread with a little extra goodies on the side. You might be asking, where they're located? They are located on Bukuru, right on Nightingale Avenue, right before Racetrack Wheels if you're coming from town. Just look for the green hedge. You can't miss it. Pause. Check out the menu they one time. Honestly, guys, this is an experience I will never forget. It's a home away from home, a place filled with love, life, and most importantly, good bread.
DMK Promotion presents The Glamour and Gold Affair.
The Glamour and Gold Affair.
The ultimate Mother's Day R&B and reggae experience with unmatched elegance. Happening Saturday 9th of May at Vibes Event Space Tobago. Doors open at 8 p.m. Featuring top DJs and live performances by Ziggy Ranking, including Royal Dainty, Prince Unique, and Black Culture Sound. Admission is $200 for couples and $150 for singles, with a premier special 4 persons on 1 ticket, premier bottles, chaser, and cocktail tables. Enjoy a complimentary glass of wine and rose upon entry, plus door prizes, best dress categories, dress code, semi-elegant, black and gold, the Glamour and Gold Affair. Glamour and Gold Affair. Don't miss it.
Hi everyone, I'm Marissa Benin. Coming up, Jamaica, here we come. These women of vision are on a mission. Ride the waves and savor the flavor, otherwise known as spending quality time in Antigua and Barbuda. Fun times, plus the food that sets St. Kitts and Nevis apart, all available under one roof. Cue the entertainment and the food. It's Chinese Spring Festival time. It's all next on this station.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Okay. 335, 336, 337, 338, 339.
Counting on your fingers again. No wonder you lose your business.
Grandpa, thanks for helping me start over.
You not lucky in business, you know. As a child, you tried to sell hog plum. That failed. As a teenager, you and your boyfriend tried to break into the jewelry business. But hey, where that boy end up?
He live in Aruka in the Grove. The golden one.
Oh, child, if you want to get into business, you have to have your financial records intact. But do you know your numbers?
Of course, 624 333.
No, child, your numbers, your ratios, your equity ratios. You have a financial handicap.
What?
You need to see somebody about that. Anderson.
Who?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago, they offer tax and accounting services. They know about financial management.
Grandpa, I started this business with nothing.
And nothing is what you will end up with unless you call Anderson Services. Here.
Okay, this card is nice.
Yeah.
What's this?
Your rental fee. Have business will pay rent. Hot and groovy in the soca party.
Welcome back, viewers. You are viewing GMT Good Morning Tobago on Tobago Updates Television, and of course we're coming to you live from Port Mall, downtown Scarborough this morning. It is Friday the 8th of May 2026, and we continue meeting and learning about what's going on around us and meeting, of course, interesting persons. So this morning joining me is Jarrett Moore, head coach of New Gen Ballers, and with him are two of his players, Kevia and Levi, and we'll have a little conversation with these two children, of course, about their experience playing football. But we want to meet Coach Jarrett first as we hear a little more about New Gen Ballers. So I must welcome all of you to studio this morning, and let's start off with you, Coach. Tell us a little bit about New Gen Ballers, what village it exists in, and of course, what was the genesis of you coming forward and starting this football club?
Alright, good morning. New Gen Ballers, we're located at Bell Garden. The reason for me starting this club mainly is because of the passion for the game. With that being said, wanted to create a positive environment for the youth in my community, pull them away from crime, going on the block and smoke. So I chose football.
And what age group are you targeting? Because I have two of your players with me, and they're of course they're not 18, 19, and you're focusing to be, your focus seems to be on the younger ones. So tell us the age group, and for those who are listening, if they have children and they want to be a part of this club, how can they be, footballers here?
Well, it's easy. Well, it's an easy thing joining us.
Right.
You just come and we talk. I make sure that the kid like the game that you're coming to play. I target age groups from 14 and under.
Okay. And is there a contact number, or what days do you practice and where, so that parents can, even if they just want to observe at first, come out and see what's happening?
Yes, our main training days are on Tuesday and Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday. Between Tuesday and Wednesday, Tuesday to Saturday we practice from 3:30 to 5:30. Saturday we practice from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m.
And of course, you brought two of your players, Kerry and Levi. I can't leave you out of the conversation. Now, Kerry, I understand that you are the only girl in this club, and you are playing football, running, matching up and side by side with the boys of the club. How are the boys easy on you?
Yes, because I was the only girl, so they had to go easy on me. They wouldn't go. I thought it would be bad.
Yes.
But when I joined, it was all right.
It was all right, and you're surviving, yes?
Yeah.
And that's good. So those who are interested, we have to get more girls to join the club so that Kevia can be on an all-girls team. But I know she is holding her own, of course, with the boys. Now, Levi, how much do you like football?
A lot.
You like it a lot, and do you enjoy spending time under, your coach guidance, and do you enjoy the time with the other footballers?
Yes, miss.
Why football? You said you say you like it, but what else, you learn out of the football? What do you enjoy about the football?
I enjoy playing it because it is fun to play and it's not too hard. And you don't have to pressure yourself.
Right, so you're out there learning skills and having fun, and of course coach is making sure that they are in a very safe environment as they continue to learn this skill. So Kevin, I'm coming back to you. Why football? Sometimes you meet girls, and sport is for everyone, but sometimes people box girls in, you're a girl, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. So why did you pick football?
Well, you get to socialize with other people, you get to join new things, explore, It's not to say football is a boys' sports alone.
Right.
That's what some people don't get, but you could join and have fun either how.
Right.
Don't matter.
Right.
Your gender.
Exactly.
Role.
It's a sport and it's for everyone. So Levi, if a mommy or daddy is listening and they know they have a energetic child and they're probably thinking, maybe I should check this club out. You think that's a good idea?
Yes, miss.
Yes, and of course, let's go back to Coach. Coach, is there a phone number that our viewers can contact you and remind us again what village you operate out from, so those nearby can, find you as well?
Well, yes, again, we are located at Bell Garden. We train at Bell Garden. Field that's going on Bay Road. My contact number is 297-4725.
Right, and how long has this club been in existence?
Well, we started last year, to be exact, June the 16th, I believe. Yeah.
All right, so you're almost going to be a year old. Right? Yes. So that's excellent. So we'll continue to hear and listen out for news from New Gen Ballers, and we wish you and, of course, the members of your football club all the best. And for viewers who are interested, again, it's always good to have the children in a sport, keep them active. It's not just about schoolwork, but ensuring that our children are balanced and remain healthy and, of course, in a safe environment. So thank you, Levi. Thank you, Kevin, and, of course, Coach Moore for joining us this morning. Viewers, we go for a quick break.
It's a brand new morning, rise up to a brand new dawning. As the passion start to rise, the energy fill the skies. I say thanks for favor to wake up and hear me neighbor.
how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show, and everybody's gonna know. Say it to them once again. They better look up below. This is your show, and everybody's gonna know. That's how it's gonna go. They better look up below, 'cause this is your show.
Sun Up Tobago presents Solara. Celebrating the 9th edition of your favorite party in the East, where style and good vibes meet. Get ready for the food-inclusive cool experience you love. This July 4th, we return to the East, bringing you the perfect blend of mouth-watering food flavors, premium vibes, and unforgettable energy.
One thing more than fear understood. When girl, good girl.
Grab your cooler, hold your crew, and escape to Tobago's ultimate vibe. Join us at 4 p.m. at the Delta compound in Argyle. Get your tickets now at Waterhole Bar and Pablo Supermarket Argyle, Barcode Scarborough, Eco Sports Stubby Park, Knee Jones Bar on the Esplanade, and Jane Monkey Ground Point, or online at islandetickets.com. Sun Up Tobago, Solara, 9 years strong. Your favorite party in the East is calling. Saturday, 4th of July, Delta compound Argyle.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Sofa Factory is here in Tobago. Conveniently located Montessori Drive, Glen Road, Scarborough. Up to 20% off on select sofas for customization. Deals on some sofas from as low as $4,000 until stocks last. 10% off on all wardrobes. Half off on shower heads with the purchase of a vanity set. Come in and experience the new way to shop for furniture and see the quality in person.
Yeah. Looking for office attire or worship apparel, then come to Tia's Classic Closet. Shopping for casual clothing or just want to dress down. Big discount, so it's you on clothing and comfortable shoes. Get some wonderful accessories to match your attire. Come to Tia's Classic Closet at 39 Montgomery Road. Opening hours daily from 9:30 to 5:30. For more information, call 710-168-9999.
Trinidad is my home, and I always say charity begins at home. So I'm just delighted to bring this team of dedicated volunteers. Part of our motto is that we just don't send relief. We hand deliver it with care and compassion. And as I would always tell my team, the best way to find oneself is to lose oneself in the service of others.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Start to rise, the energy filled the
Welcome back, viewers. Thank you for staying with us. You are viewing GMT Good Morning Tobago. I'm your host, Natalie C.D. Richardson, and joining me are two beautiful ladies, and we're talking about the significance of our libraries. How many of you use the library still? Yes, you have your phone, your smartphone, your smart TV, but have you been to the library lately? And what about your children? Have you taken them to the children's section where they can be awed by thousands and thousands of books just surrounding them? And we don't only have a library in Scarborough, there are libraries in other areas on the island, and we're focusing on the library in Charlottesville this morning, turning 70. Can you imagine? The library in Charlottesville is older than Trinidad and Tobago's independence. Quite some history there, and I have two ladies who will guide us through how we're celebrating that milestone and of course the significance of having a library in Charlottesville for that community and those surrounding. So good morning, ladies, and of course we have Naya Dick, the librarian at Charlottesville, and Nichelle Denoon, who's our librarian for, and she is usually in Scarborough, but she's in charge of all the libraries, yes, and she ensures that her staff is well equipped and efficient. So good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You.
Yes,
happy to be here.
I am so glad we could talk about something like this because, you know, sometimes we miss events like this, and I think it is so significant in terms of who we are as a people and to be able to trace our history. So Nichelle, we're starting the conversation with you this morning. We're looking at this library being in existence since about 1956, if it's 70 years old. What do you consider, you know, some of the greatest contributions it has made in that beautiful village of Charlottesville?
Wow, wonderful contributions. And I want to go back to begin with the story of Charlottesville and how the library started.
Yes.
And it started in 1955, and the story is told of two librarians, Lynette Hutchinson and another librarian. They journeyed to Charlottesville, and they joined with one Arthur Moore, and they went in search for a space to put a library, because prior to that the book van went in, and the villagers were able to borrow books, but they wanted more than that. And so these three persons, they went in search for a space, and eventually they found a space at the beachfront opposite where Sharon's and Phoebe is located. So they found a space there, a space owned by Miss Emil Nicholson. She had a variety store there, and so she had the other space which could have been used for a variety store as well, but she was so generous. She allowed the librarians to have use of the space for a library. And so in 1956 the library opened in Charlottesville. And I want to speak to Arthur Moore because he's a pioneer. He started working at the library in 1957, and up to 1996 he was there, single-handedly managing the library. Now the people of Charlottesville, they would have benefited from the library, but they really contributed to library services as well, because the stories told by librarians of how the people were so generous to them. They took things to them like fish and fruits and all of that, and they also supported the service. And so it's really significant for us to be celebrating 70 years of dedicated service, and we want to thank the people of Charlottesville for allowing us to provide this service to them.
And I know in celebrating the 70 years, the theme is turning pages, shaping lives. Tell us a little bit about the genesis of this theme and what it speaks to.
But reading has transformative power, transformational power, and that is what we want to speak to. And we want to speak to the fact that a library being in Charlottesville would have impacted significantly the lives of the people of Charlottesville. Many of the children who went to the library, they would have developed a love for reading, and so they would have gone on to excel in their academics. Persons went to the library and they used opportunities to learn new skills, and then the members of the community also went to the library and they socialized, they had meetings and so on, cultural events. So they made full use of the library, and in fact by doing that the library would have played a role in their life and shaping them.
And you know, most of us, of course, when we think of library, we think of the books, and while that is the essential part of its services and introducing us to being readers, there's the program side of things, you know, the little events that a library is also hosting, and as you mentioned, the cultural aspect. I want to bring Naya in on the conversation. So there is a particular event, I think it's Monday, you can tell me more, Monday, when, where, and tell me a little bit about the celebration.
The celebration, yes. Monday we call it the 70th anniversary bonfire. And we would start with a torch run. Mr. Noon will be able to tell you about the torch run part, and I will come in with the bonfire part. So
right, so the torch run, when I think of the torch run, I think of those two librarians coming over the hill and entering Charlottesville, bearing in their hearts the hope and dreams of the people of Charlottesville through information and literacy. And that sets something in Charlottesville that continue to burn to this day, to 70 years after. And the torch for me is significant, you know, when we speak about, you know, what these librarians
and I can picture it.
Them coming over the hill.
And of course the torch run starts at Flagstaff Hill and comes into the village, you know, and as you mentioned, you know, it's lighting of the way, symbolizing you know, the past and even the future of the library.
Because there will be two stops. Sorry, one would be at the original site where the library was set up first. So we meet there and we do a little historical background, we do a prayer, and then we move to the current site. We do the same thing, and then we move to the bonfire, where we will start the event, and then we, at some point in time, we light the bonfire and declare the official part of the celebration over.
So tell us now about this bonfire. It sounds exciting.
So before the bonfire though, we're going to have Tambu Bamboo coming in from the first stop to the second stop to the last stop, which is the bonfire area. And then we have villagers. The villagers are going to come on and do reflection, songs, dance, drumology, everything. I mean, they are talented people.
Yes, definitely.
They have everything. They can do things.
I mean, it's the reason why all of us go to the Heritage Production put on in Charlottesville. So here we come, you know.
Yes. So we are going to do that on the stage. We have a stage, and we're going to do that while we observe and see the bonfire lit. And then we open it as a food fiesta or food fest, where we offer free food for fellowship and community spirit with everybody. These are also being prepared by the villagers.
Yes. So this is Monday.
Yes, Monday the 11th. It starts from 5 and it goes to probably, 9. Around that time.
So we're not encouraging anybody to break beach from work. You hear the start time, it's 5 p.m. Most of us finish work 4:15. You have enough time to take that scenic drive to Charlottesville and be a part of this milestone celebration. Just going back in terms of thinking of the library, my very first visit to Charlottesville, I remember seeing the library, and I think I even camped in the building where the first one was many years ago, because I think that we were told the library used to be here. And coming to Charlottesville, understanding the location of Charlottesville and seeing a library, I was in awe. It's one of the things I didn't expect to see. And it speaks volumes, as you mentioned, the forerunners, those who would have sacrificed, and even the current villagers who are even using and utilizing the service, because if nobody's using it, I would assume it would close up because resources are being poured in there. So hats off to the villagers who continue to support library services and ensure that it is relevant. And as I use that word relevant, everybody's on their phone. The fingers are not turning the pages, but swiping. I go to public places and I see the mummies or daddies give the very little ones the tablet, and they are mesmerized, and they are just absorbed in this. I love books. I ensure my children have books because I think nothing can replace that experience with books. And we see it even in the world today, where I remember when the e-books were coming and you heard Barnes and Noble's closing, but a lot of people dropped it off because they missed that intimacy with turning pages. And it's really an experience. How are you encouraging keeping reading of books, turning physical pages alive? In Charlottesville and even in the system in general?
For us in Charlottesville, we still do going out to the schools or inviting the schools to come in and we read to them. So you do the reading in the open, you let them read as well. So you encourage reading. And when we go to the schools, we carry the books for those who don't have access to books in their library, we carry books to them, and we also read to them. We celebrated World Read Aloud Day by reading to them, by doing open reading. And we also have the annual storytelling competition, which is coming up this month as well. The preliminaries will be in Charlottesville as well on the 19th of May. And so we encourage reading. We still encourage reading, even though society has become the viewing public. They turn, as you said, turn the pages, not necessarily on the books, but on the phone. How do we marry that? We have to put the books on the phone. The books will never be obsolete because we have books in schools, books become movies, and people write books about themselves. So we don't, there's no, it will never finish. It will never, you know, not be anymore. We still have to have books. Books are a billion-dollar industry. Amazon would have started with books, and we still have books. We still have the collection. We fill the collection with books of West Indian heritage. We fill the collection with books worldwide. We have non-fiction, fiction, all these different fantasy, you know, everything we have. So we still encourage reading because it's important. It increases your creative writing. It increases your vocabulary. You have to read. You still have to read. Critical thinking, as Mrs. Zoom said. Yes, so we still have to have the book. It is not going to not be in your school bag, so we have to start from young with the books.
Right. So libraries have, I mean, they're always evolving. And when you think about libraries at the beginning, you know, books were chained to desks because they were rare, and so you had to secure them. And then that's before the printing press, and then the printing press came, and books were mass produced, and at that time people thought that libraries would have become dead. That did not happen because you know. And then come the age of the computer, and then you know, the World Wide Web. You know, so we have been moving or changing our services as the user needs have changed, right? And now we are in the age of artificial intelligence. And so people are thinking, you know, the libraries will die. But we continue to recognize the critical role libraries and librarians have to play in this changing environment. And as I speak of artificial intelligence, one of the things that we have to be careful of is what our students or people consume, because anybody could put anything on the internet. And therefore it is important that we teach our students the skills of evaluating information, knowing what to determine as factual as opposed to fake, because they have to make sound decisions, and being able to properly evaluate information and checking the credibility of the source and so on, it must be taught to our children so that the decisions they make are sound decisions.
And that's where, you know, you mentioned the critical thinking
thinking is very important.
And to be honest, you don't see a lot of it around. You speak to adults, you speak to children, and it's very obvious that, you know, we just take anything that is thrown at us, and we don't evaluate. You know, I have two little boys, and ever so often I share stories about them. So with the AI, you know, you're looking at stuff on social media and you'll hear them say, "Mommy, AI, look at that good," you know. And I like, "You're sure?" And they would point out certain things that I may not have seen. And I always tell them, remember, everything you see may not be true. So make sure you understand what it is, you know, ask questions. And I think we, even as adults, it's something because we are so quick to share information when it comes to our phone, and sometimes it's not even true, but you are helping spread this rumor, spread this lie. You didn't have that bad intention, but you're just sharing because you think, oh, this, so we need to, right? And the reading helps it. And of course there will always be a place for libraries. If we can have that flyer up on screen, so that our viewers can get some more information, and we're inviting everyone out to that 70th anniversary bonfire night. It starts with the torch, of course, from Flagstaff Hill coming into the village, and a lot of activities. And this event is free. Now you're going to walk with your money so you could spend, you know, buy your food, etc. But you're getting this production, you know, the best of Charlottesville. Just bring your families, and those who are in the village and neighboring villages, you have no excuse, all right? This is something, and Mother's Day is Sunday, so just in case you messed up Sunday, you could redeem yourself on Monday. Bring mommy out Monday the 11th, 5 p.m., and be a part of this. And ladies, any closing words or advice or encouragement to even parents who may have young children, and we want to get them off some of the screen time and more into reading?
Yes, but first I want to thank those parents who have been bringing their children to the library.
Yes.
Some parents make it their duty to do
Yes.
so regularly because the children are always there. In fact,
Yes.
they mainly support our programs. They're always there. So
Right.
thank you to those parents. And I want to encourage them. And those parents who have children that are not yet members of the library, I want to encourage you to give them that head start because that is critical at this young stage in their life, that they develop the skills of reading and literacy.
Right.
It would serve them for the rest of their lives. So start well with them.
Definitely. Naya?
So become members. Come and become members. Register your children from as early as 3 when they're going off to preschool. You could bring them to register because we have books for all level. Tiny Tots. We have books, picture story books, going into fiction. We start them reading. And my teacher, my lecturer would say, start them in the belly.
Yes.
Start them from
I'm an
all there.
advocate for that,
Yes.
definitely.
Read to them when they're in your stomach, and they will come out and be, in tune to reading,
Yeah.
want to read, know how to listen, and of course, become members of the Charlottesville Branch Library and Tobago Library Services on the whole.
Yeah, we are here to serve the public. Our doors are open and we are open to
Roxborough Branch
everybody.
Library, Scarborough Branch Library, Scarborough Library.
Right. And I always like to boast that the libraries is a special institution because there is no other organization you could just walk into without anybody asking you, why you're here. You just could walk, take a seat, and just enjoy our facilities. If you want to read, you could read. If you just want to sit and meditate, you can do that.
Right.
It is open for every single one.
Right. Do I have to be a member if I just want to come in and sit and read?
No, you don't have to be a member.
But we would like you to be.
Yes,
Yes,
of
we
course. And I want
encourage
our viewers, we're talking about the children and getting them started early. But just in case you missed that opportunity, the adults, the library is for you as well.
And
There
the
are books
seniors
for you.
too.
Yes.
Yes.
And I know you run a lot of your seniors program. There's the computer literacy programs. So there's a little something for everyone. And again, parents, let's not lose this opportunity. I remember taking my younger son. I said, I was going to do something in the library. And I said, come, let me show you the children's section. And he stood up because I encourage the reading. So they're accustomed to the little home library. They shelf for their books. So when he stood up, he was like, wow, look at books. Up to recently, he said, Mommy, you haven't taken me to the library for a while. I love to see all those books all around. So just the experience, exposing our children, to these types of environments. You can't go wrong, So definitely. So happy birthday to Charlottesville Branch Library. What an accomplishment, not just for those who are integral in terms of working in the system, but the villagers who ensure that the library remains relevant and has a place to exist. So an event definitely to look forward to. I would love to be there. I don't know if I can make it, but I love these kind of programs. So those who can, go take pictures, post it, so in case I don't make it, I can relive the experience through your photos and through your videos. And before we go, I just want to share this announcement as well, so that those of you who know that the Scarborough Market car park is closed. Of course, the market remains open for business on all days, only that the Market Square car park has been closed, but you can access the market via the side entrance on Wilson Road. So please be guided accordingly. Again, the Scarborough Market remains open for business on all days. So go and make a market. You have no excuse. All right. So ladies, thank you so much for joining me this morning and sharing this milestone. Again, something to be excited about, something to be a part of. And if you can't make it to Charlottesville, you have the Roxborough Branch Library and you have the Scarborough Library. And of course, the services are there for all of us. And of course, I can't leave out the mummies. Sunday is Mother's Day. And I always tell you, you don't have to give birth to be a mother. As women, most of us are just nurturing. You are mother to your niece, your nephew, the neighbor child, somebody. You're always looking out for somebody. So let me wish you happy Mother's Day. And may you continue to be the best that you can. Don't be too hard on yourself. Life is not perfect. You can't be perfect, but you sure can try to be, and we appreciate the effort. So to my mom, happy Mother's Day, and thank you for always being there at our sides, the sides of your children, your grandchildren, and even all those who you support. So happy Mother's Day. And that's all the time we have. It's Friday. The weekend has begun. Remember, you are your brother's keeper.
I say thanks a favor. So wake up and hear me neighbor. 60,000 people strong.